This food has more protein than eggs, helping prevent muscle loss after 60 naturally. What if I told you there's a humble, overlooked food, readily available and inexpensive, that contains more muscle-preserving, high-quality protein than an egg? This one food could dramatically slow down, even reverse, the age-related muscle loss that quietly starts in our 30s. Sarcopenia, the silent breakdown of muscle over time, isn't just about appearance. It's a red flag for deeper problems: slower metabolism, chronic inflammation, blood sugar imbalance, and even faster cognitive decline. Yet most people don't realize how much their strength, independence, and health hinge on protecting lean muscle mass. You might be doing everything right, going to the gym, eating clean, sleeping well, and still losing muscle every year if you're not getting the right protein in the right form at the right time. That's where today's breakthrough comes in: a simple food that's richer in leucine than eggs, proven to activate the powerful mTOR pathway for muscle repair and growth. And no, it's not a powder or a trendy supplement, it's real food. Here's my promise. By the end of this guide, you'll walk away with a clear, science-backed strategy to preserve your strength, sharpen your mind, and stay independent into your 70s and beyond, using just food, timing, and a few small daily changes. No gimmicks, no guesswork, just one powerful shift that could change how you age from this moment forward. The power of protein timing and casein. If you ask most people to name a high-protein food, they'll say eggs, and rightly so. Eggs are nearly perfect food: affordable, nutrient-dense, and bioavailable. One large egg contains about 6 grams of high-quality protein, rich in essential amino acids. But here's the surprise: cottage cheese contains more protein per serving and is even more effective at supporting overnight muscle maintenance. Let's get specific. A typical half-cup serving of low-fat cottage cheese contains 14 grams of protein, more than 2 eggs, and it's predominantly casein, a slow-digesting protein. This slow absorption matters. When you sleep, your body enters a natural fasting state, often going 8 to 10 hours without food between dinner and breakfast. Without a steady stream of amino acids, your body may break down muscle tissue to meet its needs, especially if you're over 30, when sarcopenia accelerates. Casein protein digests slowly, releasing amino acids into the bloodstream for up to 7 hours, creating a steady drip of nourishment for your muscles while you sleep. It's like putting your muscles on a 4-drip of recovery fuel, reducing nighttime catabolism and promoting protein synthesis. Compare this to eggs. While they're rich in nutrients like choline and vitamin D, their protein is absorbed much faster, which is ideal post-workout, but less effective for overnight muscle preservation. A 2012 study in Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise found that participants who consumed 40 grams of casein protein before sleep showed significantly greater overnight muscle protein synthesis compared to those who didn't. A 2019 study in Nutrients further supports this, emphasizing that pre-sleep protein intake improves muscle mass and strength gains, especially in older adults. So, cottage cheese isn't just a snack. It's a timing tool that, when eaten 30 to 60 minutes before bed, shifts your body from muscle breakdown to repair mode. Pre-sleep muscle protocol. Half to 1 cup of low-fat cottage cheese, 14 to 28 grams of protein. Optional. Add cinnamon, a few walnuts, or a teaspoon of honey for taste and added nutrients. Consume 30 to 60 minutes before sleep, ideally after resistance training or an active day. For those with lactose intolerance, many brands offer lactose-free cottage cheese, or casein protein isolate provides similar benefits. The key is slow digesting, leucine-rich protein that fuels muscles overnight. Muscle preservation and the mTOR pathway. Muscle preservation isn't just about how much protein you eat, it's about when and what kind. Cottage cheese works because it aligns with the biological rhythms of digestion and muscle protein turnover. Imagine a switch in your body that, when flipped, tells your muscles to grow, repair, and stay strong. That switch is called mTOR, mechanistic target of rapamycin, a powerful regulator of muscle protein synthesis. As we age, mTOR becomes less active, so simply eating more protein isn't enough. To activate mTOR, you need a threshold amount of leucine, a branched-chain amino acid critical for signaling muscle cells to rebuild. Cottage cheese is naturally high in leucine, with 1 cup providing about 2.6 grams, just enough to stimulate muscle protein synthesis in most adults. A 2006 study in the Journal of Nutrition found that leucine-rich meals increased muscle protein synthesis by up to 25% more than lower leucine meals, even when total protein was matched. A 2011 trial in clinical nutrition showed leucine supplementation improved muscle mass and strength in older adults without exercise changes. This makes cottage cheese a strategic choice for triggering muscle growth. Leucine Threshold Protocol. Aim for 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine per meal. 1 cup of cottage cheese, 5 ounces of chicken breast, or 2.5 scoops of whey protein. Spread protein-rich meals evenly. 3 to 4 meals daily to maintain muscle mass. Muscle preservation supports mental resilience through insulin sensitivity, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, and inflammation control. Low muscle mass is linked to cognitive decline and depression in older adults, so activating mTOR not only improves movement but also optimizes how you think and feel. Protein timing and circadian rhythm. Sarcopenia is driven not just by inactivity or aging, but by poorly timed protein intake. Your body's ability to build muscle is influenced by your circadian rhythm, which governs nutrient response. Muscle protein synthesis, MPS, is most sensitive after resistance exercise and during sleep. Skipping protein during these windows or consuming too little can lead to muscle breakdown. Most people eat most of their protein at dinner, but a 2020 Journal of Nutrition review found that uneven protein distribution reduces total MPS compared to spreading protein across 3 to 4 meals. Pre-sleep protein, especially slow-digesting casein, enhances overnight muscle repair, as sleep is a prime time for growth hormone release and tissue regeneration. A 2015 study in Frontiers in Nutrition found that pre-sleep protein increased overnight MPS by 22% and improved strength gains in older adults over 12 weeks. Another study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that 30 to 40 grams of casein before bed led to greater lean mass gains. 3 times protein distribution protocol. Eat 20 to 40 grams of protein per meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a pre-sleep feeding, e.g., 1 cup of cottage cheese or a 30-gram casein shake. Time protein-rich meals, within 2 hours post-workout and 1 hour of waking. Evening protein is especially powerful after training. Balanced protein intake reduces blood sugar spikes, supports dopamine production, and keeps you mentally sharp. Muscle as medicine for the brain. Skeletal muscle is metabolically active, influencing blood sugar regulation, hormone balance, and brain plasticity. During exercise, muscles release myokines like irisin, which stimulates BDNF, a molecule supporting neuron growth, learning, and emotional regulation. A study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism linked lower muscle mass to higher depressive symptoms in older adults. A 2022 neurology study showed higher midlife muscle mass predicted lower dementia risk later in life. Muscle also improves insulin sensitivity and reduces chronic inflammation, a driver of cognitive decline. Dual muscle-brain circuit. A protein-rich meals, spaced evenly, including pre-sleep. Strength train, 2 to 4 times per week with weights, resistance bands, or bodyweight exercises. Walk. 7,000 to 10,000 steps daily to stimulate myokine release. A prioritized sleep and hydration, essential for muscle recovery and cognitive performance. Fast versus slow proteins. Not all proteins are equal. Fast-digesting proteins like eggs spike amino acid levels quickly, ideal post-workout. Slow-digesting casein in cottage cheese releases amino acids over 6 to 8 hours, perfect during sleep or long fasts. A 1997 American Journal of Clinical Nutrition study showed casein reduced protein breakdown over hours, unlike whey's rapid spike. During sleep or long days, slow proteins buffer muscle breakdown, especially under stress or fasting. Digestive strategy for muscle maintenance. Fast proteins, eggs or chicken post-workout or morning. Slow proteins, cottage cheese or Greek yogurt before bed. Pair with fat or fiber. Enhances satiety and slows absorption. The daily strength protocol. A protein timing, 30 to 40 grams per meal, 3 to 4 times daily, prioritizing leucine-rich foods, cottage cheese, eggs, poultry. A pre-sleep protein, 1 cup of cottage cheese or 30 grams of casein 30 to 60 minutes before bed.
A leucine committed meals, 2.53 grams per meal.
Resistance training, 3 to 4 times weekly, focusing on compound movements. Daily movement, 7,000 to 10,000 steps or 30 minutes of light activity. Sleep optimization, 7 to 9 hours with consistent times, low light before bed, and optional magnesium. Avoid muscle saboteurs, ultra-processed foods, excess alcohol, and inactivity. By age 30, muscle loss begins at 3 to 8% per decade, accelerating after 60. This protocol reverses sarcopenia with precise, biology-based nutrition and movement. Cottage cheese, with more protein than eggs and slow-digesting casein, is a powerful tool to fuel muscles overnight, preserve strength, and protect cognitive health. If you found this guide helpful, give it a thumbs up to support the channel. Drop a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more videos. Thanks for reading, and I'll see you in the next one.